Alrighty. What's up, everybody? It is I, your tribal god of extreme, Peter Joseph here, for a late Saturday night video, right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down there inside of my goddamn pants, otherwise known as the scritch marks below, on this very channel and my other channels, all down below in the gobbledygook. Show your love and support to the channels. Leave a comment on the video or any one of my videos on my respective channels. But don't leave stupid comments. Adios to you. You'll be sent to the shadow realm where Satan will pretty much bite your head off and eat your soul. So please don't do that. You're gonna be a schmuck, then go be a schmuck on your dead channel or somebody else's channel, and probably get the same result there if you act up on somebody else's channel. But if you want to do it on your own channel, you can do that, but nobody's going to care. But I digress. So leave a comment on the video if you like. You don't have to, but if you want to, like I said, be respectful or just get out of here. And that's that. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap and slap that fucking bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. Because if you miss anything, you're pretty much SOL. And you better know what that means by now. I don't have to tell you. Most of you know what it means for the last 15 plus years. But if you're new here, well, first of all, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax. You grab yourself a cold one and enjoy the show. You like it? Great. You know, keep it moving. Get the fuck out of here and move on. But if you like what you see, then hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, stick that thumb up the wazoo, that's where it belongs. And I'll leave a comment if you wish, and if not, keep it moving, like I said. And don't forget to like it, and don't forget to subscribe, like I said, and share the video all over the internet, and hit that bell. And if you're new here, like I said, welcome! Hope you'll enjoy the ride because it's bumpy. But grab yourself a cold one and enjoy. And we move on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's late. I'm tired. I didn't really do much today because I was coming off Friday night's epic fucking concert at MSG, Disturbed with 3 Days Grace and Seven Dust. It's an amazing show. Me and the missus were pretty much wiped out, so we really didn't, I went to sleep late because I came home a little bit late. We stayed up and watched a little bit of a movie, and then pretty much zonked out for the rest of the night, and then, really today was just like a little bit of cleaning, and pretty much rested pretty much almost all day. But, we didn't rest all day. We had to get up and eat and whatever, but yeah, pretty much a chill day, and tomorrow, we got some errands to run, and, that's, pretty much it. Gonna enjoy our Sunday, cleaning. We do have to go shopping for a little bit, but we're gonna do that in the afternoon, and then come back and just chill on Sunday, and that's, pretty much it. Whatever you're doing tomorrow, have fun, and that's, pretty much it for that. Gonna be, was nice and warm today, 61 degrees tomorrow, 50 degrees, and then it's supposed to rain, and then, by next weekend, we're getting close to 65. This up and down weather is just crazy. No wonder people are like, you feel good for a few days, and then, the weather goes up, goes down, up, down, up, down, up, down, like a dick in your mom's ass, but it is what it is. And that's why people get sick. You can't win. It's not steady. So, look at that. It's the first official weekend of spring. Spring started on Thursday, and nice little spring day today, and tomorrow, it feels like early spring. But next weekend it'll feel like it's around the middle of spring. So. But hopefully we'll get to 70-degree weather, maybe hit some 80s by the time we get around to the beautiful month of May. We got Easter coming up, pretty much 4 weeks from today. So as of this video, 4 weeks, so about a month to go. Well, under a month to go. So it's getting there. We're getting there very slowly. Baseball starting this coming Thursday. The Mets and the Skankies. They're going to be starting, the Cubs and the Dodgers already started in Tokyo, and not so good for the Cubs. Oh boy. Dodgers wiped them off the face of the earth. That's what they do, because they got a mega team. I don't like anybody in the National League's chances of trying to dethrone the champs. So, I mean, the Mets have a chance if they stay healthy, but we'll see. Pitching staff is meh. But hey, if Soto can keep going because he had a hot spring, Beatty had a hot spring, Alonso not so much, but hopefully he can pick it up when it counts. Lindor had a decent spring. Nimmo, same thing. I'm just worried about McNeil and Alvarez are gonna be out for for about a month or so. Don't know, so a couple big bats are gonna be out, especially Alvarez, and you gotta worry about Luis Torrens, and he'll hit every once in a while, but who's his backup? I don't know. Probably somebody from the minors who even know. Some like Plawecki, can't say Plawecki, but some guy from the minors is gonna be the backup to Luis Torrens, and Beatty will probably be the opening day second baseman. Luis Angel Acuna will probably start in the minors, but depending on Beatty's production, he might be going back to the minors, and then you bring in Acuna for second base until McNichols comes back. But I mean, we'll see what happens as we get to the beginning of the season. We got, I think, 3 or 4 more games for spring training, and then pretty much Tuesday's travel day. Everybody will be starting on Thursday. Well, not everybody. Everybody else, except maybe the Dodgers too, will be starting on Thursday afternoon, my friends. Can't wait for that. Mets are going to be on the road. I don't know where the Skanky's going to be. I don't care. So, but I will be doing my official season preview maybe tomorrow, maybe Tuesday. Probably Tuesday. Because spring training will be over, and I want to get that done before Thursday. So probably definitely will be Tuesday. So because I got pretty much I got a half day on Tuesday. I gotta go see my psychiatrist, and then I gotta then after that I'm pretty much done. I'll do my my baseball review, get ready for NXT, and enjoy the final official week of March, because we're as of this video, 8 days away from the end of March, and then we'll begin April next Tuesday with a great day you all know and love, which should be abolished, but it is what it is. Can't win them all. But anyway, that's that. So we got baseball coming up soon. The NCAA tournaments in the second round. Probably be in the quarterfinals by this coming week, and weekend probably be the semifinals. So, I think we got another 2 weeks until the NCAA tournament's over. That's why Collision was on at not even at 11. It was on at I think 10 after 11. So it was a little bit like 10 minutes late because the game, it was on Houston and Gonzaga. Houston won to go to the third round. But you get near the end, it's a close game. Everybody's fouling, and then they're trying to win the game, and they miss the 3-point shot, and then they have to foul, and then after that, let's talk to the coach for 5 minutes. I'm like, come on, let's get to fucking wrestling here. Come on. Even though Collision was already taped, so. But it did officially start at 11, 10 after 11, and then ended an hour later because it was on an hour show for Slam Dunk Saturday. We got Slam Dunk Sunday coming up later tomorrow night at 11 with the second part of Collision. Not that anybody cares, but, you know. So, Sunday night wrestling at 11 o'clock. If you want to watch that, if you want to watch the news, you want to watch whatever you want. So it's kind of a good lead-in because you got LFG, Rivals, and WWE's Greatest Moments, and then at 10, 11, 15 or so, whenever the basketball game ends, and you go right into Collision. So, good lead-in. Ratings, for ratings-wise, probably not good. It's 11 o'clock. Do you think anybody's going to watch it at 11 o'clock on a Saturday night? Everybody's out at the club or whatever they're doing. I mean, on Sunday, everybody's probably going to be sleeping because they got to go to work the next day. But you got that. Alright, so let's see what happens with Collision. I'll do my Collision review tomorrow night. Yeah, probably tomorrow night after Collision. I already know the results, so I'll probably just do it. Probably when you see Collision on your TV, I'll probably be doing it. So if you don't want to hear spoilers tomorrow night, if you're not watching it at 11 o'clock, or if you're watching it while I record the video, oh well. So it is what it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on this late Saturday night, March the 22nd, 2025, or if you're on the replay crew. How you doing, my great people on the replay crew? It is now March the 23rd, 2025, right here on the main channel, Kill Demon 669. I am your gracious host, your tribal god, Peter Joseph. I am a content creator talking about the wonderful world of professional wrestling, or anything I feel like talking about. And if you like it, great, well, here's to you. That's that. Alright, on this late Saturday night, it is time for your late and out-of-date WWE Smackdown from Italy review for last night. Well, if you're watching from this past Friday night, March the 21st, 2025. We're still on the European tour. I think this is this coming week will be the final week of the tour. Then we'll be back in the States, I think, next Monday night, the 31st. So we got that. But we're on the European tour. And Smackdown emanated from the Unipol Arena for the first time ever. Italy has a televised show, whether it be Raw or Smackdown. But first time ever for Smackdown in Bologna, Italy, or as I call it, Bologna, Italy. And, the European tour has been pretty damn good. The crowds have been epic. We saw on Raw Monday. They were in Belgium. They were in Spain last week. Monday night they're gonna be in Glasgow, Scotland. It's Drew McIntyre's hometown. And then this coming Friday night they'll be in London at the O2 Arena. And I think Raw this Monday night is gonna be starting at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Taped, but we'll see what happens with that. But check your local listings for if you're watching Raw on Netflix on Monday, and as usual on Friday we get the tape delay from London. So if you want to watch it live, you have to either find a VPN, you can't find it on stream, but you have to watch it on Netflix or ExpressVPN, or I don't know where you can find it. But if you're watching it live, God bless you. But if you're in England, you get to watch it at your local time. But for us, us in the States, we have to wait till 8 o'clock, which sucks. On Friday nights, not Monday nights, we can just watch it any time. But we got that. But anyway, Friday Night Smackdown. Pretty good show from Italy. Those great Italians. Viva Italia! Yes, we should have more shows in Italy. Just saying. But, pretty good show. As always, our commentary team every Friday night. Oh, not every Friday night, but most Friday nights. The great man that he is, Joe Tessitore, and his good buddy, the man who acknowledges our tribal chief, you great man, you. And that man is Bad News Reed Bennett. And I'm afraid, Joe, I got some bad news for you. I'm gonna play my electric twanger for you. No. Wade Barrett does play a mean electric twanger. Not that he's great, but he's getting there. You know, he's been practicing over the last year or so. As far as I know, because on his Instagram and his X, he usually puts up sometimes when he's not doing much. He's at home and playing his electric twanger. That's guitar for you dumb people who don't know what it is. So, we got that. Alright, so Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett are commentators. Like I said, it was a great show. We start off with the man who has big, huge quads. And you know him, you love him. Daddy's back, and that's Randy Orton and his monotonous voice! So, Randy comes out. Fans in Italy are singing his song. You gotta love it. I hear voices in my head. They counsel me, they whatever to me, you know. They talk to me! It's a great song, but I miss Burn in My Eye. I'm sorry. Burn in My Eye is way better than Voices. Way better. But Randy likes Voices better than Burn in My Eye. I think if you ask him, if you ever meet him and ask him, it's like, what theme song you like better, Burn in My Eye or Voices, it's 50-50 with him, you know. But me, personally, I like Burn in My Eye, because it sounds better. Got a burn in my eye! Yeah. Hey, what did you just say? You know, I like good stuff. But anyway. Same band, I think, sings it. I don't even know the band, but basically the same band that sang Burn in My Eye sings, I believe sings Voices. So, we got that. Alright, so Randy's in the ring, getting all the adulation from the Italians, singing the song, and even before you can say anything, Kevin Owens comes out, Kevin Owens, whatever you want to call him, comes out, is like, I'm sorry, Randy, I'm sorry for everything I did to you. I really meant to do it to Cody and Sami Zayn. They deserved what happened to them, but to you, I'm sorry that I gave you a pile driver. So he's like, Randy, you can understand the idea of letting anger make you do things you regret. Oh, I know the feeling. And if you can forgive me, I can forgive you. So it talks about last week, the only reason he saved Carmelo Hayes from getting punted in the head was saving Randy from becoming his old self, based on like 2006, 2009 version of Randy Orton, who didn't give a fuck. And so Kevin's like, we should be looking to the future, so why not we team back up as Rated RKO and actually win the tag team titles at WrestleMania? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see what happens with that. So Owen's like, how about I go down that ramp and beat the fuck out of you right now? Right here, right now. And he's like, yeah, you deserve a kick in the head too. And he's like, it used to be fight Owens fight, but now it's bitch Owens bitch. You're bitching and complaining and bitching and complaining and bitching and complaining. I know people that do that all the time. But I digress. So Randy's like, I hear these voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me. And they're telling me to kick your head clean off your body at, and he points to the sign, you know what that means, WrestleMania! So basically he throws on the mic, he's like, come on, we're gonna do it at Mania! So, match wasn't official yet, but then later in the show, it was made official that Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton, this voice at WrestleMania, should be a pretty damn good match, pretty brutal, if you will. And, probably something on night one. You put it on any night, it would be good. But we get that. And we move on. Alright, so I gave that 3.25 out of 5 stars. We're off and running from Italy for Smackdown. Alright, we move on. Alright, right after that, we go to a tag team match player we have Drew McIntyre and the Ronin Shinsuke Nakamura, the former United States champion. They take on Poppy Priest, Damian Priest, and Jimmy Uso. Jimmy's got some problems with Drew. He had problems with Drew. Drew's got problems with Poppy Priest. We saw what happened last week. After the match and everything, Drew came out, beat the living crap out of Damian Priest, stomped on the crap out of his neck. But Poppy is back. He looks to be okay, and he's teaming up with Jimmy Uso. And, Shinsuke coming off that sad title loss to Eli Drake, losing his Intercontinental title. The U.S. title. He's looking to try to get some momentum back and, tries somehow, some way to get on the WrestleMania card. Same thing with Jimmy. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, so back and forth match they went. They start brawling at the opening bell. Why not? They get in the ring. The bell finally rings. Hey, that rhymes too. Anyway, Jimmy hammers away on Drew, suplexes him out of the corner to cut all that momentum off from Jimmy. The fans get something, I don't even know what it was, like something in Italian. Like, baloney! No, they don't chant baloney. But it was something to Drew, I don't know what it was. I think it was like calling him an a-hole. Asino, not Spanish, but Asino. Anyway, Jimmy fights back, gets pulled to the floor for a big, almost a Kid Sasha from Nakamura right near the announce table. And, go back in. Shinsuke hits a running knee, followed by another one in the corner. And then Drew comes in as a suplex. The fans are starting chanting for Jimmy. And then, basic 1905 armbar has Jimmy in more trouble. But he has a Samoan drop for a double down. And then a jumping Insegui to Shinsuke, knocks him down, gets the hot tag to Poppy Priest, who comes in like a house of fire. And we get some old school, because his mentor was the great man that he is, the GOAT of all GOATs of the modern era. That's The Undertaker. So he hits some old school, but not old school, with, he walks the ropes and then, boom! So he walks the ropes, hits a crossbody on Shinsuke, and then he hits a clothesline from the near fall. Jimmy comes in, cuts off Drew, and Poppy Priest hits South of Heaven, 1, 2, 3 on Shinsuke. They get the win. Shinsuke's going to take the loss, obviously. It was either going to be Shinsuke or Jimmy taking the loss, but... Anyway, Poppy Priest and Jimmy get the win. Match was, what it was, 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Drew, once again, spoils sport, jumps Poppy from behind, lays him out, then he gets in his face and promises that the beatings will continue and will be on site every single time. And then he rams Poppy's head into the mat a few times, and then he adds a claymore for extra measure. So that match is pretty much going to be official for WrestleMania. Poppy Priest and Drew. I think Poppy will win that match like he won last year when he cashed in thanks to Punk and beat Drew for the WWE title. The WWE Raw title. So I think he's gonna get another win at Mania. And it sucks for Drew, but what are you gonna do? That's that. Alright, so we're gonna continue on with the Drew McIntyre Poppy Priest feud for the next 4 weeks. And that's that. Let me move on. Alright, then we go to the back. We see Braun Strowman getting ready for his big match number 3 in their little trilogy against Jacob Fatu. Coming up later in the broadcast. And then the new United States champion, Eli that's not an insult. That's a fact of life, my friends. He comes in. He's like, I got your back against Jacob. And Braun's like, well, I really don't need your help. You know, he's like, it's like, my match is coming up next. And it's going to be for a U.S. title shot. And he sees that if I win the belt, I go to WrestleMania. And Eel's like, well, that works for me. So, we see that. And by the way, the winner of the match actually faces Eli next week. So it's not at WrestleMania, so it's next week in London. So we'll see what happens with that. If Braun or Jacob win, Eli's in trouble. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get a look back at the wild cat fight between It's Tiffy Time, Daddy! What, Sunshine? That bitch freaking buried me! I'm still having nightmares! Yeah, we're gonna get to that in a second. We got Tiffy Time, Tiffany Stratton, the Smackdown Women's Champion, and Horseface Charlotte Flair's big, huge brawl last week in Spain. It went pretty much everywhere almost. So we had that. Tiffy came out of that, you know, like she owned the place. So anyway, we got a split screen interview between Charlotte and Tiffy Tiff, and Tiffy had a script. She basically read from script, and then Charlotte basically took the script, flipped it, and gave like oh, you came back and you're throwing water on the hottest thing, blah blah blah, and freaking Charlotte's like, bro, what? You're just the flavor of the month, and I'm gonna take your title. And Tiffy didn't even have an offense. I'm like, what, dude? I'm like, Tiff, you're the champ. You should be like, you mean, she basically raped you without lube, verbally. I'm like, damn. Well, first of all, Charlotte cut off Joe Tessitore, Joe and Tiffy Tiff, saying, hey, the queen goes first. Blah, blah, blah. And then Tiffy, then Charlotte's like, Tiffy's always trying to be like her, because that's what everyone has to do to get to the top, basically. Tiffy thinks that's because you're blonde, and you can do a backflip, so I could be the next you. And then, Charlotte just goes off on Tiffy after this. She's like, back in my day, I used to be one of her, Tiffy Tiff says, back in the day, you were one of my biggest supporters, and then you started mocking the idea of, being in my corner, and then Charlotte's basically like, yeah, things change, shit like that, and calls her like a prepubescent baby and everything, and Tiffy basically didn't even have an answer. And people are saying, oh, Tiffy's not ready for Charlotte, she's not ready for the big time, and this and that. I think that's BS. Basically, I think Charlotte basically did a shoot interview on Tiffy Tiff, and basically said, oh, you're just the flavor of the month. And I'm gonna just win my 15th title, and just be done with you. You'll be back in the mid-card. I'm like, damn. As much as I don't, as I want, I think Charlotte's gonna win the title back and hold it for who knows how long, and who beats her at this point. I'm like, Tiffy has to win this match at Mania to save face. Because she loses, forget it. Her momentum has gone, pretty much after this promo, her momentum went way down. So, over the next 4 weeks, she has to build back that momentum and at least say, hey, you might be bigger and stronger than me, you have more titles than me, but, I'm not gonna just sit down. I'm just gonna lay down for you, just so you can get the belt back after you were out for a few months with an injury. Now, if I'm Tiffy Tiff, I'm like, bitch, you ain't gonna beat me. You ain't gonna step over me to get to number 15. It's like, I'm gonna give you a fight. That's it. That's what I would have done if I was Tiffy Tiff. I was like, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you. I don't care if your name is Flair. I don't care if you have 14, 15 titles. That don't mean shit to me. I'm going to WrestleMania to make a name for myself, and I'm gonna shock the world and beat you. I mean, Tiff, that was the simplest thing you should have said. You just did it basically say the same thing you said in the, you said one thing, Charlotte, rebukes that and, basically throws it right back at you. It's like, hey, I was like, well, here's my answer. Here, throw it back at you. And Tiffy's like, basically said the same thing she said 5 seconds ago. And Charlotte then takes that and it's like, that's your answer? Wow. Charlotte's best promo ever. Just insane. So, basically, Tiffy promises to win a Mania. Charlotte finds that funny. Yeah. So, Tiffy has to win, or she's just gonna become another victim of Charlotte when she takes some time off. She comes right back, gets in the title picture, wins the title, and then she wins it and hijacks the title for a year. And then you have to find the next flavor of the month that's getting real hot. Or that might be on Smackdown. Unless it's a returning Becky Lynch, but how many times have we seen that? Who wants to see Becky Lynch and Charlotte again? Later this year or even at WrestleMania 42? I don't. I don't even think... the only person I could probably think I can beat Charlotte is Jade. After Jade gets done with Naomi at Mania, then starts her feud with probably Bianca, if Bianca doesn't turn heel by then, but she's kind of, sort of heel now, if you think about it, with her and Io going at it, and then you throw in Mommy, Rhea Ripley. Is Bianca heel? Is she a tweener? What's going on? They're still saying she's a face, but she's acting really heelish and suspect. I still think she's the one behind the whole Jade thing. I think we'll probably find that out either by the time we get to Mania or after Mania. Jade will come out and say, I didn't really beat Naomi. I didn't think it was Naomi. I think it's still, Bianca. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so that was an epic fucking promo from Charlotte, basically ripping Tiffy Tiff a new one. And, you okay, Tiff? No! Okay. Just sleep it off. We'll talk about it later. Okay. Hopefully this coming Friday night, Tiffy has something better to give, and, give it right back to Charlotte. It's like, you might have buried me last week, I'm gonna bury you this week. But if we get 4 more weeks of basically Tiffy not even putting up anything to even make us think she can beat Charlotte, I'm like, just give the belt to Charlotte by default. And that's that. But 4 out of 5 stars for this epic segment between Charlotte and Tiffy Tiff. Just for Charlotte alone. That's that. Alright, then we go back to the ring with some big beefy men slapping the fuck out of each other. Alright, so we got Jacob Fatu, who came out with the resident gremlin, Tamataga. Yeah. He takes on Braun Strowman for a future shot at the United States title. Would it be Eli or basically anybody, I guess? Like I said, big beefy men slapping the crap out of each other. And we've seen the first match where basically, basically Jacob beat the living crap out of Braun. Then they had that rematch at Saturday's main event. Jacob won that. And now this is match number 3 after Braun came back and put Jacob to a table in the crowd and shit. So they beat the crap out of each other to start. Braun knocks Jacob to the floor. Get back in. Braun kicked Jacob in the head. Goes for a charge around the ring. Missed. Flew over the announce table. Damn. Watch out there, Wade Barrett. And then Braun's head is sent right into a bunch of things. And then Jacob tries to whip Braun into the ring steps. And Braun reverses that. Sends Jacob's knees right into the steps. Ow! They get back in. Jacob hits a running clothesline. Then tells Braun to get up, fool! Yeah, I mean? Basically. And, the Braun fights out of a 1924 neck crank. So Jacob picks him up. Samoan drops him into a and Samoan drops him, then hits a backsplash for a near fall. Braun gets right back up with a running clothesline in the corner. Then a spine buster. Follows that. Tama Tonga came out. Trying to get involved. He gets knocked down. And then Soto, me bookie, he comes out, runs in, right in front of the referee, and attacks Braun, calls a disqualification, so Braun Strowman is the winner. He gets a future title shot next week. Well, we're a title shot next week against Eli Drake. And later in the show, Jacob's walking in the back. He's kicking and throwing things. And then Soul's like, I was just trying to help you, dude. And then Jacob's like, oh, you were trying to help me? You were trying to help me? You need to get out of my business, Oos. Oh, Jacob, you don't love Solo no more. You don't like him anymore. And then they've been talking about Jacob versus Solo at Mania. So, the eventual face turn, it seems, from Jacob and maybe Tama Tonga, and then goodbye, fake-ass fuck Timu Bloodline, is going to be happening, and it's going to culminate at Mania. I think Jacob should bury Solo at this point, at Mania. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so under 9.5 minute match. It was good, but still. 3 out of 5 stars, and that's all I gotta say about that. Eli came out and made the save after the match, as Tama Tonga and Jacob were beating the living crap out of Braun. Eli comes out for the save, and then we get the match for next week. And then, like I said, after the break, Jacob starts yelling at Solo and Tama Tonga. Solo's like, I was just trying to help, Oos. And Jacob says, you better watch yourself, Oos. I don't need your help. Yikes. Yeah, I mean, you don't mess with Jacob. Fuck you up. Alright, we get all that. Alright, back to the arena we go for women's action. We got the Secretary of Her Fence, Piper Niven, Dewdrop, with the Sergeant at Arms, that's Alba Fire, and our President of the Women's Division, the Women's United States Champion, Chelsea Green! So they all come out, they take on Zelina Vega SA with a new theme by Def Rebel, so you know what that means. Anytime you get a Def Rebel song, you're not doing good. The Street Profits got a new theme. I don't think that's by Def Rebel, but Zelina's new theme is by Def Rebel, and it's not good at all. It's not even a banger. If she wanted to come out, she should just come out to Bad Bunny or some shit like that. She's Puerto Rican, so why not? So they go back and forth. Chelsea got in a little, involved a little bit. Alba, not so much. But anyway, hey, little Zelina Vega gave Piper a run for her money. She locks in the octopus. Goes for Code Red, it gets blocked, so Zelina grabs a Tornado DDT for a near fall. Hits the 619, and then looks like she was about to try to finish Piper up, but then Alba Fire off of distraction, which led to Piper basically throwing her fat body at poor, small, little Zelina Vega. 1, 2, 3. You know, this was the basic David versus Goliath match. And a lot of people had Zelina to win this match. I had Zelina to win. And what does WWE do every time? They're treating Zelina like shit. I don't know why. What, did she piss somebody off in the back? They took her out of the LWO. I don't know why. They moved her to Smackdown, where she barely did anything. They put her in the Women's United States title tournament. She loses the first round when everybody had her to win, even though it was Chelsea to win. And I was like, all right, put her in the Intercontinental title tournament. I don't even think they did that. And then we see Zelina once or twice on SmackDown. And then she's like, ooh, she had a little run-in with Chelsea. He's like, ooh, that I want that. I want the belt. I'm like, yeah. Let's give Zelina a freaking title shot, and hopefully she wins and start her push, because we've been going on Twitter on her, on Twitter and on her Twitter page, hashtag push Zelina, to get the fucking morons like Hunter and Road Dogg and whoever else, Nick Khan, man, to push Zelina to a title. And what do? They're like, oh, fuck you guys. We're not going to push Zelina. We're going to push Zelina pretty much out the door. I think the only thing that can save her now is her husband. And that's Aleister Black. Can't call him Malachi anymore because it's going to go back to Aleister Black. And he had another epic vignette with the A4 logo. You know what that means. So, Aleister 4, basically. So, if Zelina can save her career, I would put her and and her husband, Tommy End, Aleister Black, together. I mean, or put her back with Andrade. Not that Andrade's doing much on SmackDown either. It's either do that or just say, you know what, Zelina, get out of here. We don't need you anymore. Now, Zelina can go back to TNA, change her name back to, not Sarita, what was her name? I think Lolita or something like that. She can go back to TNA, or change her name, not even change her name back to her old TNA name. She can just go in as her real name, Thea Trinidad, and go into TNA, go back in the Knockouts division, do some work there, or I dare say go to AEW. Go somewhere, because really, they're not pushing her at all. They're just basically having her in catering and just say, hey, okay, we'll use you when we feel like it. But now that her husband's coming in, here's an idea, put her with her husband. Have her be with her husband, and Aleister wins either, well, I don't think the world title yet, but I think he'll win the US title. Have him beat Eli Drake, and then somewhere down the line, they maybe have a segment in the back, it's like, hey, I know you. And Zelina's like maybe offers her services to Aleister, becomes a dark goth chick. Something like that. I mean, Aleister's dark and mysterious as it is. So why not turn Zelina, turn her either dark, like heel, turn her back to being a heel, which I think is better for her. And, put her with her husband, and they go on a monster run. Aleister definitely is going to go for that U.S. title, probably win it, then maybe try to get in the world title picture. I mean, we'll see what happens with that, how they use him again. It's either that or she goes to NXT. I would like probably job the Julia or Stephanie Vergara or Delta. With people like Jada Parker and maybe Fallon Henley, JC Jane, and Jasmine Nix. I don't know. I don't know what you do with Zelina right now, but I'm gonna keep up the hashtag push Zelina front on freaking Twitter, because she deserves way better than she's being treated right now. I think tomorrow I'm gonna send her a tweet saying hashtag push Zelina, and I say, girl, you need to be treated better. You need to get back with either get back with Andrade or manage your husband. That's the only way I think that can save her WWE career at this point. Maybe she'll get back to me. Maybe she won't. Never know. Hey, if the Outrunners can get back to me on almost a daily basis, you never know. I mean, Rosemary got back to me a few times. It is what it is. That's that. Alright. Alright, so Piper and Zelina, I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. Nothing to write home about. Alright, then we get a long as fuck recap of John Cena! This big old explanation from Raw, which was like a big fucking whimper. And Cody's response saying, hey, I don't want to have this whiny bitch at Mania. I want the John Cena from, like, the old school days, Mr. Thuganomics Cena. So, I mean, I assume that we're going to see Cena, we might see Cena on Monday under the same roof with Cody again in Glasgow, Scotland. And then, probably be off for about a week or two, and I think, like, the final week or two leading up to Mania, probably the Raw before Mania, we'll see Cena definitely on Raw or maybe Smackdown. Definitely see Roman, Punk, and Seth Rollins. So we're on the road to Mania. We're about as of this video, 28 days away from night 2, 27 from night 1. So the countdown is on, ladies and gentlemen. Just under, as of this video, 4 weeks away from night 2, under 4 weeks away from night 1. And then 2 weeks after that is Backlash on May the 10th. Which I will not be watching, because I will be out. I have an event to go to. So. That's pretty much it. I got a event to go to. It's another concert I got to go to. So it's a local concert. So we got that. But that's like 6.5 weeks from now. So it's about a month and a half, a little over a month from now. I'm going to be going to another concert. That's going to be in May. I got a couple of concerts actually in May, so maybe some good content coming your way when we get to the month of May. As it stands right now, I actually got an email from my boss and like my schedule and everything. I'm pretty good. I'm good through April, good through May. As we get to June, I should be okay through maybe most of June, beginning of June. But I'm trying to work out something where I can get a little bit ease off my schedule in June, and then take my time off probably in the middle of July. So that little break probably be coming by the end of July. So I'll definitely be here for All In July. That's July the 12th, same day as Saturday Night's Main Event. But as we get to like near the end of July, that final weekend of July, I will be incommunicado. Because I'm gonna be taking my vacation. But in August, I'm gonna take a mini vacation, probably after SummerSlam. But I should be back for Clash in Paris. That's at the end of August, going into Labor Day weekend. I should be back by Labor Day weekend when I take my mini vacation. The actual vacation is going to be about probably from that Thursday to that Monday. So I won't be doing that Smackdown on the 25th. Will not be doing anything for Collision on the 26th. And then the 27th and maybe the 28th I might come back with a video, but that's in July. But pretty much from now until July, I'm pretty much full steam ahead, like I've been doing. But there might be some days I might not do videos or like every day. I might take some time off, like I kind of did a few days ago. I was a little bit busy with work. That's why I didn't get a lot of my reviews up from last week. But now that I'm kind of getting in the light mode of my schedule, but as this coming week should be fine, and then not the following week the following 2 weeks should be fine. But then as we get to Easter, it picks up a little bit. So and WrestleMania week is just gonna be insane with a lot of shit. Raw review, NXT review, AEW Dynamite review, TNA Ring of Honor review. I gotta do my predictions the Friday before Mania for WrestleMania Night 1 and 2 predictions. I gotta do Supercard of Honor predictions. I gotta do the review for that, and then I gotta do probably Easter night or probably the Raw after Mania, like that afternoon on the 21st of April. I gotta do night 1 and 2 review, so I get you ready for Raw that night, because that's gonna be an epic Raw. We all know that from Vegas. So that week is just gonna be insane. I'm not doing anything with TNA regarding Unbreakable or anything like that. But as we get to May, May we got Backlash. Wherever that is. So I will, like I said, I will not be watching it live, but I'll do my predictions, and I'll do my review probably that Sunday, May 11th. So we got all that. So I'm letting you know now. WrestleMania week is gonna be busy. So I'll try to get everything I can in on time, hopefully, but we'll see how my schedule is and everything. And then as we get into May, like I said, I will not be watching Backlash live. I will be at a concert, so I will not be watching it live at all. I will watch the replay when I come back, and then I'll do the review that Sunday. And then at the end of May, we got we got Saturday Night's Main Event, Collision on the same night, and then the next night we got NXT Battleground going head-to-head with Double or Nothing, unless that gets changed. So I gotta do predictions for that, for those two pay-per-views, probably be that Friday, because things could get added to Double or Nothing, so I might do Double or Nothing on that Saturday before Memorial Day weekend. NXT Battleground I'll do that Friday, because the card will be finalized by then. And then we got the Memorial Day edition of Raw to get through. So Memorial Day weekend is gonna be brutal. With Saturday Night's Main Event and Collision. I'm gonna do the review for Saturday Night's Main Event after Saturday Night's Main Event is done. As far as Collision, probably be sometime early Sunday, and then I'm watching Double or Nothing. I am not watching Battleground at all. I might watch the replay of it, do that video on Memorial Day in the morning, because I have to go to out for Memorial Day festivities and shit. So I'll do that before I go out to my Memorial Day barbecue and shit. Then do Raw probably either late Memorial Day night or probably just the next night. Probably be on the 20 whatever that is, the 27th or 28th or whatever it is. But it is what it is. But stay tuned for on my channel. So when all those videos go up, that's that. But like I said, I will be here throughout the month of April and May, and hopefully June. Hopefully June, and then we'll see what happens as we start the summer months in July and August. But right now it's a little bit iffy for June and maybe July right now. But April and May, I'm definitely gonna be here full, pretty much full most of the time. So, and like I said, end of July, I will be away for about 4 or 5 days for my vacation. But it might get extended to about between 4 and 6 days. I might not come back that Monday, the 28th. I'll probably be coming back the 29th for back to my videos on the 29th. So from the probably from the that final weekend of July, the 24th to the 29th, the 28th, I'll be pretty much away on vacation. So no videos. I might put up a community post here and there, but pretty much you're not gonna see much of me on YouTube. I might chime in if Issa does a stream, probably that Smackdown stream, and maybe the Raw stream. I'll chime in, but I'm not gonna be in her chat for like the entire stream, but because I want to enjoy my vacation. So and it's a real vacation for you people that think it's a fake vacation. Fuck you. I want to see you guys actually take a vacation, but don't come back. But I digress. Moving on. Alright, so we see Cena's, Cena and Cody from Raw. Basically, Cena's promo looked like shit. So we'll see what happens on Monday night with those two lovely people. We get that. Alright. Then we find out that Randy Orton and Kevin Owens is officially set for Mania. Just don't know what night yet. We won't know what nights the matches will be until probably another 2 weeks or so. So we got that. Alright, then we go to the back with the lovely Kathy Kelly, looking amazing. Ugh. And, she's in the back with Jade, with a new kind of haircut / wig, whatever it is. She looked great. She's ready to show Liv Morgan, what she gets for, trying to step to her. And then after that, she's gonna get her revenge on Naomi. So we'll see what happens with that. Alright, then like I said, we get that Alistair Black logo promo vignette thingamajig. And we get that, and we move on as yeah, we get that, and alright, whoop, let's not go that far. Sorry about that. We go to, I'm trying to get my notes back in order. Alright, where are we? I don't know where we are! Just give me 1 second. Because, my computer's ancient. I gotta get a new one, hopefully by the end of the year. By my birthday, I'm gonna get a new one. Definitely getting a new desktop or a new laptop. But, we'll see what happens with that. Alright, moving on. Alright, then we go to the match between Liv Morgan and her tag team partner, the women's tag team champions, Liv and Raquel Rodriguez. So Liv comes out looking great. Nice Mona Lisa type picture of Liv. Now they're calling it Mona Liva or Mona Liva or something like that. Great. Looked great. She loved it. She takes on Jade. Raquel at ringside. Pretty decent match. But near the end, Jade plants Liv with a spine buster and something that looked like an F5. Puts her down. And then, we see Naomi, I think she was under the ring, or I don't know where she came from, basically dressed like Owen Hart, so, way back in the day, with the caution stuff. What am I wearing to look like a road sign? I am not a nugget, I'm a black heart, damn it! Woo! So, she comes out from underneath the ring, I think, with a belt shot, even though Raquel helped out with the other distraction. So Naomi hits Jade in the head with the women's tag team title belt, and then Liv hits Oblivion on Jade. 1, 2, 3. Jade's first official loss in WWE. Big win for Liv. And I'm like, wait a minute, why did you have Jade lose her first match back from this, from basically getting beat up by Naomi? A couple months ago. I didn't get that at all. But I know it kind of plays into going into their match, so it continues the storyline. I understand that, but I would have had Jade just beat the living crap out of Liv, because originally Liv and Raquel were the assailants, but then we found out it was Naomi in a swerve. And then we remember Jade came out. She was like, I'm going to kick your ass, Liv. And then Liv's like, don't hit me, ah! And then Jade went right after Naomi, beat the fuck out of her inside the Elimination Chamber. Then, basically slammed the Elimination Chamber door on Naomi's neck. And Naomi had, a little freaking neck brace for, 2 weeks. And then Naomi comes back, tells Bianca, I did it for the luck, blah, 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 blah. And then, the last couple weeks, Jade was beating up Naomi, and now Naomi gets a measure of revenge on, finally gets a measure of revenge on Jade, and cost her the match against Liv Morgan. So you get that. Match was, alright, 3 out of 5 stars. After the match, Naomi continues to beat down, and it hits a Hangman's Pedigree. Nice. And basically, throws her into the announce table. So, hey, Naomi, you think Naomi's gonna every week, Naomi's gonna get beat up by Jade? No. This week was a little bit different, and, I like the beatdown. But I still think Jade and Naomi should not be at WrestleMania. That's not WrestleMania to me. They lost a golden chance to have Jade versus Bianca at Mania. Whether it be night 2 or night 1. So we still got a couple. We basically got three weeks of shows left. So I know they're gonna continue the storyline with Naomi, but if they wanna, if they wanna do something where Naomi's like, I didn't really hit you, and then or Jade comes out and is like, I'm only beating you up to teach you a lesson. I know who helped you, and then she just calls out Bianca. Bianca's like, what are you talking about? I gotta worry about my women's title match with Io and Mommy. I don't need to be worried about you. And then she does a Triple H like, you're damn right I did. But we didn't get that. But like I said, we got three weeks left of shows to see what happens. Maybe we can get it at night 2 and not have to maybe wait till SummerSlam. When I'm like, SummerSlam. Could have done that Mania. It would have sold more tickets and put more butts in the seats. And then everybody's like, Jade and Naomi, but let's go to the bathroom! It doesn't scream WrestleMania to me. It doesn't. I'm sorry. I think a lot of you will agree with me. And if not, I don't know why you would not agree with me. Well, if you don't agree with me, well, 1, fuck you, and 2, at least tell me why you disagree with me, but don't give me no stupid fucking argument. I think it fits WrestleMania. Why? I think it doesn't. It screams like a Saturday Night's Main Event type match. Or a match on Smackdown. It doesn't scream WrestleMania. But I digress. Alright, moving on. Alright, there we go. Look back at what happened earlier in the program with Drew McIntyre attacking Poppy Priest after the tag team match. So, like I said, Drew is a spoiled sport. And then Kathy Kelly catches up to Drew in the parking lot. I'm like, oh great, the parking lot, the ever so popular parking lot. Someone's gonna get attacked. Well, this time nobody got attacked. Drew stops and says, I explained my issues with Poppy Priest already. And he starts mocking Poppy's voice. He's like, I'm gonna beat you as a punishment, stuff like that. I says, I'm gonna see you every single week. I don't even be in London next week. And he says, I'll see you there. And he goes, arrivederci. That means goodbye in Italian for the dumb people who don't know the language. So he goes to leave, then he runs into Seth freaking Rollins, and they have a little stare down. And that's that. Let me move on. Alright, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we see a video of the Dark Profits, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, winning the tag team titles last week from DIY. That's Tommaso Ciampa, the Psycho Killer, and Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling. They won the tag team titles last week. So we go to the ring. The Dark Profits come out with new theme music. Like I said, I don't know if it's Def Rebel or somebody else. And they basically get in the ring and said this is way long overdue, you think? Like 3 years or so? Basically, they've been doubting, Angelo Dawkins like, we've been doubting ourselves a little bit, but these belts make everything worth it. They're proud that they can count on their brothers, count on themselves, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, you're my brother, I can count on you, my brother. My dog, something like that. But then, Legado comes out, Santos Escobar, and Los Lobos come out, that's Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza. They come out, Los Lobos kick your face, Los Lobos kick your face. Los Lobos kick your ass! Los Lobos kick your face! Los Lobos kick your balls into outer space! Basically. So they come out to interrupt. And Santos says, we're coming for the belts. But then the Yes Boys! The actual number 1 contenders to the tag team titles, because they won the shot. Who did they beat? I think they beat DIY for the shot. So, Elton Strong, my friends, and Tip Wilson, they come out looking great. They're in their gear. I think they're going to have a match with the Profits, but obviously not. So they say, well, we're the number 1 contenders, and you guys, you Mexican guys, you need to just get out of here. Step aside. We're going to fight these guys now. But then Santos says, well, that's not happening, ese. And then the Dark Profits know that the Yes Boys have their title shot. But they say, and then Montez like, you guys, we'll fight you next week in your hometown of London, but we'll give these guys a fight. Not for the titles, but we'll give them a fight. If they win, then maybe they get a future title shot. So, let's do it, like Paul Stanley was like, right, Paul? Let's do it. Yeah. Right? Dynasty, right? Dynasty. That's Dynasty in Australia for you dumb people at home. They have Chris has an album called Dynasty, but when they were talking about it on the Unplugged show, I forgot what song that they even played from Dynasty. They says we're gonna play a song from Dynasty, for our Australian fans, they call it Dynasty, because you know how Australians talk. But yeah, what the chip of the Barbie mate, Dynasty. Blah 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 blah. Alright, so we got the Dark Profits taking on Los Lobos, non-title match. But before we get to that, we get another vignette of Rey Fenix, who is now officially signed to the WWE. Finally, he's here. Finally. I don't know when he's going to debut. I would assume he's going to debut on Raw and be with his brother Pentagon. So the Lucha Brothers are going to return and be running amok in the tag team division. So, yeah, War Machine, you better watch out. Just saying. And the Creed Brothers and everybody else on that Raw tag team roster, you better watch out. And on Smackdown, too, if you think about it. But, so, yeah, Rey Fenix, another vignette. And, they're calling him the Orange Luchador, where we can see, like, he does this, and we can see it's Rey Fenix. We don't see his actual face, but, you know, it's a luchador, and it's just an orange background and orange lights, orange yellow lights, and like, animal! You know? All we need is Melissa Santos to join them, but, you know, that ain't happening. Melissa Santos did ring announcing for Ring of Honor this past week. So, that's nice. That's nice. But, you know, she would have been so much better with Rey Fenix instead of getting with Brian Cage. Nothing wrong with Brian Cage. You're my boy and everything, not like that, but, you know. Hey, she wanted, you know, a big muscular guy like Brian Cage. Popped out 2 kids, why not? But I still think she could have had, you know, if you saw all those vignettes she had with freaking, Rey Fenix, I don't even know Rey Fenix, I think he was already, like, I think he's married, already has a girlfriend, kids, maybe, I know Pentagon has kids, but man, if Rey Fenix was single at that time, doing Lucha Underground, and he was doing the vignettes like that with Melissa Santos, I'm like, hey, we're doing this just for show. How about we do this in the bedroom? Get that shit done. You know, lay down that pipe, Rey Fenix. Come on. If it was me, I would have been, I'm like, fuck that, man. I'm like, I don't give a shit. You are with Brian Cage. So you gotta be doing that to me for real. I mean, we're gonna start going out. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna party. Hey, she can, Melissa Santos can take me down anytime and just mount me like the way she mounted Rey Fenix. And I'm like, why get up? Why get up? You ready there? You're done? I'm like, I'm done. She's laying on top of me. I'm done. Round 2! Not even round 2. Just the start of round 1. I'll just be... Before I even get into the round, I'm like, oh! Medic! Shit. I saw my pants, you know. But I digress. Moving on. Alright, so then we get to the match with Los Lobos and the Dark Prowess non-title match. Santos Escobar at ringside. Good match. Dawkins was getting pretty much beat up. And then we get the hot tag to Montez Ford. And he went berserk. But then Los Lobos, you know, kind of attack him. They go up top. And they were trying for that gory bomb flipping Gilmore, not flipping Gilmore Cutter, that super double gorilla press slam. Wait, hold on. I'm reading my notes. I read over my notes. Yeah, he flipped out of a super double gorilla press slam. Like, they had him up, like in the move, and somehow he just, like mid-move, he flips, lands on his feet, and just stands there, and the crowd's like, oh, shit! And freaking Los Lobos is just on the top rope, looking at you, how do you do that? How do you do that? I say, I don't know. They're just standing there, why didn't you just attack him? He just stood there like he's the freaking Terminator. Just stood there like, and he just looked back like, and then went up top, beat, knocked down Angel Garza. Then he hits a superplex on Humberto Carrillo. Garza. He hit, you know what I mean. Reverse what I said. Anyway, and then Dawkins comes in, hits a flippy dippity doo on the outside. And then Montez Ford goes up top, hits the big frog splash from the heavens. 1, 2, 3 to get the win. So a nice ending to a pretty meh match, but still 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's that. All right, so and then so next week we got the Yes Boys taking on the Dark Prophets for the Smackdown Tag Team titles in their hometown. Are they gonna win? No. I would be shocked if they win in their home in London. But I do see some type of like multi-tag team title ladder, maybe a tag team title ladder match for the titles like we saw last year. Even though they were unified by then. You know, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller won the SmackDown titles, and then Awesome Truth, Miz and Truth won the Raw tag team belts to ununify it. And then pretty much Motor City Machine Guns come in. I mean, not Motor City Machine Guns. The Bloodline, the fake Bloodline come in. They win it, and then the Motor City Machine Guns debuted, and they win the titles from the fake ass Bloodline, and then they lose it to DIY, who then proceeded to lose it to the Profits. And God forbid they lose it to the Yes Boys next week, who then will probably lose it either at Mania to back to the Profits, or back to DIY, or back to the Machine Guns. Who knows? It's like 4 tag teams revolving around one fucking belt. Yeah, DIY, Los Lobos, the Yes Boys. No, 5 tag teams revolving around one belt. DIY, the Profits, Machine Guns, the Yes Boys, and Los Lobos. I mean, am I missing a tag team? So you could probably I would just do a fatal 5-way ladder match for the SmackDown tag team titles at Mania. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I know we'll probably get one ladder match. That's for the Intercontinental title. Braun Breaker going up against, like, Fiend Balor, Braun Breaker, Fiend Balor, Dom, Sheamus, Marcel Barthel, and Pentagon. That's probably going to be a 6-way ladder match for the Intercontinental title. Who's going to win? I'm hoping Sheamus, because he never won the Intercontinental title. But then again, I give it to Pentagon. See, let him go on a nice little run with the belt. Nice couple-month reign. Well, we'll see when we get to that point. Alright, moving on. Alright, then we got a Hall of Fame video for the game! Triple H. There's been rumors that a lot of people, even Jerry the King Lawler wants Michael Cole to get into the Hall of Fame. There's another petition for, besides Michael Cole, obviously, I forget who, but I wouldn't mind Michael Cole going into the Hall of Fame. I wouldn't mind that. He's been in the company for over 20-something years. He was, he debuted around in the Attitude Era, and then kind of, became play-by-play guy for Smackdown right near the end of the Attitude Era, pretty much going from the Ruthless Aggression Era into the PG Era, into the New Era, into the, I don't know what era we're in right now, but he's been there, done that. Horrible match at Mania with Jerry Lawler. He went from hating Roman Reigns to loving the guy. Loves Cody Rhodes to death. Loves John Cena. Now called him a insatiable prick. It's like, I went on a roll with that man. I drove with that man, and this is what he does. He's a fucking prick, basically. So it just shows you how hypocritical Michael Cole is. He'll love you 1 minute and hate you the next. After you turn face or you turn heel, he'll love you for life. He hated Jey Uso. Now he's like, yeet. He's eating with Pat McAfee, dancing on tables. I don't even know if he throws him as one for the Tribal Chief. I bet he does now. I assume. Here comes Roman Reigns! Put up your one, Michael Cole, and acknowledge your Tribal Chief. Should have been doing that since day one. Before he became the Tribal Chief, when he was the big dog. And even Shield-style Roman. But we all know his best gimmick is the Tribal Chief. Just saying. Move on with that. Alright, so, yeah, maybe Michael Cole will be the next inductee. I don't know. We don't even know. We already got 4 people in the Hall of Fame already. We got Triple H, Luger, Michelle McCool, and the natural disasters. That's Earthquake and Typhoon. I think we're gonna get at least 1 or 2 more people. So the next one could be Michael Cole, and then maybe a celebrity. I don't know who, but who, and I don't know, and I don't care. But I would assume next year's Hall of Fame would be headlined by Cena. So WrestleMania 42 in Indy will be, I think, yeah, it's in Indy, so Cena most likely will be headlining the Hall of Fame. I'll be shocked if he's not. It should be Bray Wyatt if he's not going in. I would be shocked if he goes in this year. I mean, he did die last year, so it would be fitting for him that he died last year. We get to 1 year later, now, pretty much almost 2 years later now, he hasn't been in the Hall of Fame yet. But he's going to get there. But I don't know why he didn't go in last year when, after his passing, during the summer of 23, 24, he was 23, was it 23? 24, I think? I think it was 23. He should have went in last year. He's not going in this year, so has to go in in WrestleMania 42. But like I said, I don't run the Hall of Fame, and if I did, I would put him in right then and there. If I ran the Hall of Fame next year, I'd put in Bray Wyatt, Mike Awesome, right, Mike? Yeah! I need the Hall of Fame, damn it! I'm awesome! Okay, calm down. Bray Wyatt, Mike Awesome, Miss Elizabeth, Demolition as a tag team. Probably, if he's not in, put in the Reverend Slick as the manager. Or, even not even put him in, put in the Jumping Bomb Angels. Leilani Kai and, the other chick. I keep forgetting. Leilani Lay and Leilani Kai, so. Just put in the Jumping Bomb Angels. And then have Cyndi Lauper go in as well. That's what I would do if I was running the Hall of Fame. That would be my dream Hall of Fame for WrestleMania 42. And then, after that, you start putting in Gail Kim, Melina, Victoria, Mickie James. Then you put in Steph later, but not, knowing WWE, they're gonna put in Steph probably. I wouldn't be surprised if it's this year, because, Hunter's in, why not put Steph in too? And then they'll put in Vince before he dies. Dude's 79 years old, he's at the Knick game, he looked like he wasn't a day over 40. I'm gonna be at the Knick game, and if you don't like it, you're fired. I'm like, okay, Vince, shut up. Yeah, go to the Knick game, but you're gonna worry about Janelle Grant and her case. I mean, shut up. Shut up! Basically, look at that. Alright, moving on. Alright, let's end this shindig, because it's late. Alright, so we go to the back, we have the Yes Boys are in the stairway, talking to DIY, and they're like, hey, Yes Boys, how about we offer help to help you win the tag team belts in your hometown. So if we help you win next week in exchange for your title shot, or something like that, so, they offer to help them win the titles next week in exchange for a title shot. So if you guys win the titles, give us the first shot. And then Pretty Deadly like, let's think about that. No boy! No for you! No, you get no title shot. No for you. No title shot for you. No. So they leave laughing. And then the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin come in. And they start glowing. He's like, hey, getting back to the line. That's behind us. And then they go up the stairs like, oh. Alright. And like I said, 5 tag teams revolving around the belts. 5 or 6 teams revolving around the belts. It's just insane. It's like the revolving door. Who's going to be next? Machine Guns. Who's next after that? The Yes Boys. Who's after that? Los Lobos. Who's after that? DIY. The Prophets. Yay, come on down. Let's have a carousel. Makes me want to play that great song called Carousel by the great band Liliac. Off their album, not the name of the album is like Carousel, obviously. I think it's Crazy something. Or Mad Crazy, Madhouse, I don't know what it is. Great album. They got a new album called Illusion now. So if you haven't seen Liliac on tour, go see him. Tell him I sent you. And that's it. Sam from Liliac's birthday was about, I think yesterday or the day before that. So, happy 26? Doesn't look 26 to me. I think he's the oldest member of the band. And I know Melody's 22, 23. Abby's around the same age. And she just had a kid. Congrats to her. The youngest one, I think, is almost 18. And then the bass player is like 20-something. And then the other drummer's in his 20s. So they're basically in their between 18 and 26. So they're going to be around for a long time. And I think they have like 3 or 4 albums out now, or more than that. Most of them are covers, of course, but they do have original content. And I think they have 3 or 4 actual albums of original content. So, but they're very good. I mean, their covers are just almost as amazing as In This Moment's covers. Or Metallica's covers, if you think about it. I mean, if you haven't heard, Liliac's cover of Megadeth's Symphony of Destruction, I mean, you're missing out. Or even The Last in Line by Dio. Even Heaven and Hell, too. Lots of good covers they've done. It's just... Ugh. They covered Ozzy in their early days. They covered another Ozzy hit, Close My Eyes Forever, which is Lita Ford and Ozzy. I mean, you give them a cover, they'll just megafy it and just, make it great. And Melody can sing her ass off. She got octaves almost as high as Ariana Grande and Mariah Carey combined. She can fucking wail. Woo! I even put out on I think it was Sam's Instagram. I said, you guys, I want a duet with freaking Melody and Ash Costello. Melody and Maria Brink would just forget it. Forget it. I won't have ears anymore. My ears will be bleeding all over the fucking place. I'll have to get an ear transplant. And maybe a brain transplant, because my brain will be exploding. Shit. Put them together in a screaming contest. Who wins that? Whoever's voice goes bye-bye would probably be Melody. Who knows? Because Maria says she can scream and she doesn't lose her voice after a while. But, man, a duet with those two? Woo! My dick can't get enough of that. But it is what it is. Alright. So we get that. So alright, so we got the Yes Boys versus the Prophets next week. DIY trying to help in exchange for a title shot. Yes Boys say no boy. And then the Machine Guns come and go, ha ha. To give the good old Nelson, ha ha. Type thing. So we get that. Alright, then we find out what's coming on for next week's show. And then we go to the final segment. We stand up, ladies and gentlemen. We put up our ones and acknowledge him. And that's our tribal chief, Roman Reigns. So he comes out with the wise man. My name is Paul Heyman, without a tie, looking like he came out of the gym. Since when you go to the gym, Paul Heyman? Wise man. So they come out for a chat. Basically, Roman's like, last week I was at the Garden, at the Rumble, CM Punk screwed me. So, last week at the Garden, I screwed him. Beat his ass. Made him humble. And then talks about Seth Rollins almost killed me at the Rumble. But then last week at the Garden, I pretty much murdered him. And screwed him. And then he tells, Italy to acknowledge him, and they do as they told. Because we're Italians, we do as we told. So we got that. So then out of nowhere, Seth freaking Rollins comes out. Oh, so he comes out, little blue, little jacket and pants, not from the Men's Warehouse. I mean, you couldn't go to Giorgio Armani. There's a store there in Italy somewhere. They could have went to Rome, bought something nice there, bring it over to Bologna, Italy. You'll still look good, and you'll like it, like at the Men's Warehouse when you get a nice suit. Just maybe, some of you fat fucks out there, you might like the way you look. I don't know if they'll guarantee it, but when I go, I get something nice, and they guarantee it. They'll guarantee I look good, because when you look good, you feel good. That's a commercial. So, got that. Alright, so Seth comes out, says, and basically tells Roman, you should have let me finish Punk off, because Punk is dangerous. He's a dangerous man. Blah, 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 blah. And Seth's like, the reality is, me and you can't coexist in the same place at the same time. So how about we write another chapter? So Roman's like, oh yeah, let's go. Let's go, motherfucker, let's go. You acknowledge me now, Seth. So Seth's, trying to disrobe. And then CM Puke comes out. And you can see Heyman's like, fuck, why are you out here? And Roman's like, fuck. And Seth's even pissed off too. Punk comes out and says, none of you have beaten me without the other's help. And then he says, Roman was tossed out the Royal Rumble, where it was every man for himself. And that was after, and then Punk's like, that was after I saved your stupid family at War Games. And Wise Man, I'm still owed a favor, of course. And he's like, oh, before we get to that, and you can tell Roman's like, what favor, Wise Man? I don't think we'll ever find out, but, people on X are saying, talking about the favor will be cashed in at Mania, like Heyman's gonna turn on Roman and join up with Punk. So no more bloodline. I doubt that, but even without the Wise Man, there'll still be a bloodline with Roman, the Usos, and maybe Sami Zayn. And then Jacob joins them as a face. I mean, it just can't end with the Wise Man going back and forth, Because even at the start of the Bloodline's 4-year reign, Heyman turned on Roman when Brock Lesnar came around. And then Roman smashed him at Mania. Then he smashed him again at SummerSlam. And then the Wise Man came back and said, oh, I love you, my tribal chief. And then the Punk came back. And Punk's like, oh, I had your Wise Man. He was my Wise Man before you. And he owes me a favor. And Roman's like, what favor, Wise Man? I think the favor is, hey, I want you to be my Wise Man again. And guide me to the title. And Roman's like, well, what's Roman going to do? It's got to suck if Roman's by himself. But, over the last few weeks, even since Survivor Series, the wise man's been very suspect. Very suspect since Survivor Series, last year when Punk came back to help out Roman and the Bloodline beat Solo's Bloodline. You notice those promos were just, Roman's like, you're a little bit suspect there, wise man. What favor? Paul can't tell him. Well, he's trying to tell him, and then we're getting teased a lot. So anyway, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, yeah, I saved your family at War Games. I'm still owed that favor. And then the fight is on. Punk dies on a Roman. Seth gets involved as well. Referees and, agents have to come out. They break it up. Punk gets on the announce table. He's like, yo, you guys, you! And he points to Rania, and then we see Heyman go, no! I'm like, yeah, no, we don't want to see that shit. And then, while he's doing that, Seth and Roman start fighting. Seth breaks away, then he points at the sign, then goes after CM Punk, and then Roman basically says, alright, that's it. He's mad, like, I'm mad. Acknowledge me! Picks up the stairs, boom, right into CM Punk's fucking face. Boom, right into Seth freaking Rollins' fucking face. And then, I think he pointed, and then he's like, starts pointing at the sign, doesn't do this, but he points at the sign. I'm like, oh. So, the triple threat is now on for WrestleMania, and that could basically end night 1. You don't have to end it. It's not going to end night 2. Night 2 is going to be Cena and Cody, most likely. Unless they add something. Like, that'll be night 1, and then night 2, something with Roman and The Rock, or, I think that's going to end night 1, and night 1's going to probably end with something catastrophic to Roman. And I think it's going to be like that favor, like Roman's going to have the match won, and he's about to hit the, he's probably going to go like, ooh, ah, and go for the spear on either, on Punk, and then maybe you see, like, Heyman grab Roman's leg, and Roman's like, what are you doing, wise man? And then Punk hits that running knee in the corner, and then he picks up Roman, hits the GTS, and probably wins the match. I would hate that, to be right. If that's the ending, I mean, give myself a pat on the back, but I'd rather have Roman smash both of them. And then maybe after the match, maybe Paul puts on the Ulafala, and then maybe he kicks Roman in the nuts or some shit like that. Or maybe Roman asks Paul to put the Ulafala on him, and Paul's like, no, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm not your lackey anymore. And then maybe he puts the Ulafala, I hate saying this, he might put the Ulafala on Punk. And then you have Roman Punk going in a backlash and going into Money in the Bank. Maybe up until SummerSlam. That's it, Punk could go after John Cena. Then again, he can go after either Walter or Jey Uso, whoever wins the Raw title. But now, since he's on both shows, Punk can go for whatever title he wants. So yeah, if the favor is Paul guiding him back to the title, he wins the title, maybe from Cena, or if God forbid Cody retains. I hope not, but if and when Punk wins between now and maybe SummerSlam, I'd have Punk win the title, hold it to Mania, and then at Mania 42, he loses to Roman, and Roman goes on another 4-year run. And then the wise man's like, I'm sorry, I had to get this favor done, I'm back, I'm your wise man for life. My trouble chief, Something to that effect, But yeah. So, the triple threat is on. It is an official. for WrestleMania. Rollins, Punk, and Roman. Triple threat. And, Heyman's pretty much in the middle between Roman and Punk. So, like something's going to happen with that situation as we go into and probably out of WrestleMania Night 1. That has to be the main event of Night 1. Has to be. I mean, what else could you put it in the main event for Night 1? Io, Mami, and Bianca? I put that as the co-main event. Not the main event. The co-main event. Put that before Roman, Punk, and Seth. That's what I would do. And then Night 2, your main event is Cena and Cody. And what may happen after that, The Rock may or may not be there. I mean, but if he is there, maybe Cena wins the title. Right? And then after the match, they beat the living crap out of Cody, and then maybe somebody comes out to save Cody, and then, maybe can't be, I mean, we'll see who could save Cody. Maybe it'd be Punk. And then imagine this. Rock does his thing like this, and he goes, 1, which remember he did 2 at the Elimination Chamber, and he goes, 1, and then, it'll be Punk, or be Seth, it could be Roman, and then they join up with Cena, and they form this little, faction with, Travis Scott on the side, I still think that 1 is probably going to be either Roman, Drew, or Punk. It could be somebody else. Don't know. But I think we're at the end of Night 2, we're going to get something to that effect, with Rock just, goes like this, and he goes 1, and it's going to be somebody either shocking, or somebody, I knew it! Or what? Like Cena, we didn't think Cena would ever turn heel again. He turns heel at the Elimination Chamber 20-some-odd years later. I'm like, finally he turned heel. And now he's going to be a heel for the next 8.5 months. Well, 9 months, actually. The next 9 months until the end of this year is going to be he might turn back to being a face by the end of the year, before his retirement ends. I think that's what's going to happen. I think he's just going to be a heel for a little bit. Win the title, probably lose it maybe at Mania, or he loses that maybe at the Survivor Series, or maybe on Saturday Night's Main Event before the end of the year, and that'll be it. And then maybe he just shows up on the first Raw of 2026 and just says goodbye for good. And then, next thing you know, after the Royal Rumble, guess who's the first inductee to the Hall of Fame? John Cena. So we'll see him again. But this time not wrestling. He'll be like, I'm gonna do my speech, children, He's like, I love the kids, I was just testing you. I didn't really mean all those words, children. I love you all. I just had to do this for, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it is what it is. That's that. Alright, so, that's that. Alright, so SmackDown, not a bad show. 7 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys think of the show in a comment down below. And we'll, Willie always says, we're going to talk about it. So let's talk about it down below in the comments section. Let me know what you guys think. And then, that's all I got to say about that. Alright, tomorrow, TNA Ring of Honor, in the early afternoon. And then we'll talk about Collision tomorrow night. After night 2 of Collision, we'll talk about both nights, and we'll do a full Collision review right here on the channel. So 2 more videos coming your way on the channel. That'd be tomorrow, and then we'll see about Monday Night Raw on Netflix from Glasgow, Scotland, people. And then we'll just go through the week. We got NXT. We got Dynamite. We got TNA Ring of Honor continuing on, and then we got the final. I think it's the final SmackDown of the European tour, and that'll be in London, England, on Friday night, or Friday afternoon for you people watching the live feed. We get it at 8 o'clock here in the States on Friday night. And then we got another edition of Collision next Saturday. And then we're getting ready. We'll have baseball in between, the first weekend of baseball. And then we'll be starting April, a week from Tuesday. So we're gonna end March. March is gonna go out like a lion, and then we'll see what happens with April. It's gonna be raining like cats and dogs. Hopefully we'll get to 70-degree weather, some nice, warm, hot days where we don't need a big winter jacket. We just take out the light jacket, the hoodie, and hold that for, wear the hoodie or a light jacket for a little bit as we go to May. And then as we get to June, hopefully get to like 80, maybe some 90s here in the Northeast. And then we'll be wearing our shorts. And then eventually, Memorial Day weekend, we take out the swimwear, you ladies out there with your nice thong bikinis and with your tatas popping out. It'll be beach weather season coming up, and probably by the end of May, going into June, and definitely going into July and August. That the dog days of August hit, and then we got going right through Labor Day weekend, and then then you put that away. You start taking you take those, you put it in the closet. You retake out your light jacket and your hoodies, and then you start getting ready for the winter coming up in November, December. So, and then we can turn the clock back an hour. But right now the sun's going down right around 7:30, getting close to near 8 o'clock. But by the time we hit June and July, it'll be 9 o'clock when we hit dark. And then after July 4th, I think it starts going back down. And by the time we hit October, it'd be like just about 6 o'clock, dark. And then when we turn the clock back, it'll be dark by like 5:15. So for a while, and then as we we start over again. And then it'll be 2026 before you know it. We're 9 months and pretty much 8 days away. So, long way to go. We still got a long way to go. We just started spring. So, summer's around the corner in a couple months. And then before you know it, it's Labor Day weekend. It's like, bye-bye summer. The summer will be over. I am in command. We get that, And then everybody the summer vacations will be done. Everybody's going back to school by the time after Labor Day. Some people, some schools are gonna be ending in right before Memorial Day weekend. So you're gonna have June and July and a little bit of August off. So that's pretty damn nice. Especially down south, some of you people gonna be ending right before Memorial Day weekend. So you finish school, then you have Memorial Day weekend, and then that's pretty much your summer vacation. But I know you got Easter week coming up, and a lot of people gonna be off for a spring recess ish. Well, Easter week recess. Spring recess just finished actually for some people this past week. So back to school for all you people out there that go to school. But for me, back to work on Monday. But it is what it is. Gotta make the money you wish you had. And that's it. Alright, I'm going to bed, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching. Once again, 7 out of 10 stars for Smackdown from Italy. And we're going to be in Glasgow, Scotland on Monday afternoon, Monday night, whenever you're going to watch it. I think it's starting at 3 or 4 p.m. I'm not sure. I mean, Scotland is 5. It's like the same difference from all of the UK is 5 hours. So I don't know why we would start at 9 o'clock in the East Coast. But it is what it is. But I think it's going to start once again at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on Netflix. And, yeah, pretty much the tapings in England will start at 3 o'clock because the 5-hour difference from London to here. So, we'll get the tape delay on Friday night at our normal time on the USA Network. And then right after that, as we finish off March, we got the final Raw of March on the 31st, and then the first on April the 4th, we got the first Smackdown of April, and we'll be a couple weeks away from WrestleMania. And then that first official unofficial weekend of April, we got AEW Dynasty. And then after that, we're at WrestleMania. And after WrestleMania, it pretty much gets back to a little bit of normalcy. We got Saturday Night's Main Event, May the 10th. Not May the 10th. We got we got Backlash coming up on May the 10th. Same day as Collision. So we got that. And then Labor Day weekend is crazy. We got, I think the 24th or the 25th is Saturday's Main Event. Then we got NXT Battleground going head to head with Double or Nothing, unless that changes. And then we got Monday Night Raw on Memorial Day. Then as we get into June, I think we got Money in the Bank. I don't think anything for AEW, pay-per-view wise. And then July, we're going right into All In, July the 12th. That's the same day as Saturday Night's Main Event. And then we got Slammiversary for TNA. I think Ring of Honor will have Death Before Dishonor. It's probably sometime in July or maybe August. And then August, we got SummerSlam. We got Clash in Paris. And then eventually, we got Forbidden Door the week before Clash in Paris. That's I think the 23rd or 24th. And that's going to be in London. So we're going to get that early in the day, of course. It's going to be like 3 p.m. Eastern. 2 p.m. Eastern for the pre-show. And then, the main show will start at 8 o'clock UK time, which is 3 p.m. here. So that'll be Forbidden Door 4. And then the week after that is Clash in Paris, which is probably going to start, I think, at 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So we got that. And then I think the week after Labor Day, which is, I believe, September 7th or 8th, we got AEW All Out. So, from where? Don't know. But we got Dynasty coming away from Philadelphia, and Double or Nothing will be in California at the end of May. And then we'll be in Texas for All In, London for Forbidden Door number 4, and like I said, All Out. I don't know if it's going to be in Chicago again, or maybe being somewhere else. And then in September, I would assume we're going to get the U.S. version of Grand Slam, where we had it in Australia, and we're going to probably have it in Arthur Ashe Hall Stadium in Queens, New York City, I think sometime in September. So we got that. Lots of wrestling coming your way, as always. We got the G1 coming up in July. Oh, probably around the same time as All In start. Around the same time as we're All In. Or maybe, I think after All In. Like that week after All In. With the G1's gonna start. It's gonna be insane. We got the Owen Hart Cup coming up too. So, if you guys love tournaments, got the Owen Hart Cup, and I got the G1 coming up. We just finished the New Japan Cup, which David Finlay won, surprisingly. So now he gets a title shot of his choosing, whether it be the world title, the global title, which he already had, or he goes after the junior heavyweight title, or the TV title. He can go after any title he wants, really. I would assume he's going to go after the world title, which I think, who has the world title now? Goto has the world title, I believe, now. Because finally Goto won the title. Hiroki Goto, the man who can't win the big one, finally beats, I think he beat Zack Sabre Jr. for the title. He has it. I don't know how long he's going to hold it. I hope a long time, but now David Finlay won the New Japan Cup. He can just say, hey, I'm next in line. He beats Goto. Goto has a minuscule, boring reign. And then David Finlay holds the belt maybe till the G1, or maybe he holds it all to all this year. And yeah, maybe he headlines the Tokyo Dome for Wrestle Kingdom 19. And that's January the 4th, 2026. 3 a.m. here in the States. Oh, jeez. You know, you gotta love that Japanese wrestling at 3 a.m. in the morning for big shows like Sakura Genesis or Dontaku or even the G1. And if you watch the G1 from the start till the end, God bless you. I don't do that. I watched the beginning of it the first night, and then I'm like, forget it. I'm just gonna watch. I'm gonna wait to the semifinals, and then obviously the finals. So I want to see who wins the goddamn thing. And then I'm like, well, you know, I might watch Power Struggle. I might watch the Super Junior Tag. I watch the Junior Tag League. I watch, you know, all the other events go from pretty much September all the way up to the end of the year. And then I'm getting ready for Wrestle Kingdom where they did, you know, and New Year's Dash. I think they might do another 3 nights. You know, Wrestle Kingdom and then Wrestle Dynasty number 2 like they did this year with Ring of Honor, AEW, and CMLL, and maybe Stardom. I would love to see that again. I think we're gonna get a Wrestle Dynasty number 2 in January of 2026. Not to be mistaken for Dynasty. That's totally different. That's just AEW's thing right there. But basically, I think Wrestling Dynasty is basically Forbidden Door. It's just another like Forbidden Door, like 6 months later. That's what I think it is. But, you know, it is what it is. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Thanks for watching, and until next time, if you're not down with all I just said, almost 2 hours, well, fuck you, man. That's it. You don't like my band? You don't like my friends? You don't like wrestling? Well, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's it. Alright, enjoy your Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. And, that's it. We'll talk tomorrow with TNA Ring of Honor. But until next time, go to sleep, motherfuckers. Or if you're up in the, well, if you're in the UK, well, top of the morning to you, fuckers. And, that's pretty much it. But on the East Coast, if you're still up, go to sleep. I'm going to sleep right now. I'm going to catch some Z's, and I'm going to, you know, take a little, you know, take a nap, get some sleep, and then I'm going to get up sometime later, and I'm going to, have some breakfast, and then, probably just do my TNA Ring of Honor review, probably around between 12 and 2, then I gotta go out, to do some shopping with the missus, and then I gotta do some other errands during the day, enjoy my Sunday, and then have my sensible Sunday dinner with the missus, and then that's it. Then I'm gonna watch Collision at 11, do the review, and then go to bed, and then I got work on Monday. So that's it. I'm good. So enjoy your Sunday, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. But until next time, I will shut up now, and until next time, peace, motherfuckers!